Okay, punters, we're going to take a look at the Victorian Derby on day one of the Flemington Melbourne Cup Carnival on Saturday the 2nd of November. Large field, as per usual for a derby, full field of 16 with two emergencies in. 2,500 metres, $2 million Group 1 3-year-old set weights. A really important factor re this year's derby is it's going to be run at a solid tempo, I believe. It will be a true staying test over the 2,500. That's going to make the breeding pretty important, and it's going to put us into a few at odds that punters are missing because they don't understand the upside like we do when it comes to breeding. All right, so there's 5 horses in this race that could win it, and they're all at odds. We're going to bet round the favourites. El Costello dominates the market, 3.8. Red Aces, King of Thunder on the next line. We're going to start off with our runners a little bit further down. The 3 Keeneland, 11.0, 3.1. Sets a standard with scope. The 6 King of Wall Street, 17.0, 3.4. Impressive last start, lightly raced. Big chance. Then we go to the 9, Tenbury Wells. Back on top of the ground, dropped back to 1,800 last start after a win on over 2,000 on heavy to start prior. One pace, expecting a new peak at Flemington, bigger track. He looks well suited. The 17, War Ribbon. Superbly bred. Big new peak last start after running second to Tenbury Wells on a heavy 2-back, 23.0. And the other one that we need to have a very little nibble at is West Indies, 126 and 21.25. Well bred, lightly raced, could hit a new peak here. So Keeneland, $11, 9% of the market. King of Wall Street, 17, that's another 6, 15% of the market. Tenbury Wells, 19. That's 5% of the market. So we've got those 3 to 20. War Ribbon, 23. That's 24% of the market. West Indies, another one, 25% of the market. We can back the 5 of them to combined odds of 4.0 to get a result out of the race. This race is one of those races where the exotic combinations could really pay anything. With that in mind, let me hit home and implore how important it is that you go and join the Flemington 4-day carnival package on twfhorseracing.com. Plenty of great information. You're not going to go too far wrong. Outside of that, you've also got our free tips page, which is throwing up plenty of good information on a day-to-day basis, race previews. There's a winner of the Bendigo Cup that we got the other day. Breeders' Cup previews, and then you get further down. They're all the different options for your Melbourne Cup packages. And then you've got, Black Book runners on a day-to-day basis. I think you'll find that Revolver's already won for us today. And then full race previews coming up for Moonee Valley and Wagga on Friday as well. So, as I said, plenty on the TWF website, twfhorseracing.com. You should be going there daily. twfhorseracing.com, you should be going there daily for great information. Melbourne Cup, plenty more great information. All right, let's get back to this race and have a look at these 5 that we want to revolve the race around. As I said, likely to be running a solid tempo. The 3, Keeneland, very well bred by Al Manzoor out of a Savabeel mare, Savabeel Star. The win 2-back over Red Aces here over 1,800 on a good 4 was top quality. Failed to run down King of Wall Street last time out. A little bit one-paced over the 2,000, expecting a new peak out to 2,500. Sets the standard as a proven form horse, well-bred, excellent combination, Bassoot and Young. Hugh Bowman ticks a lot of boxes, 11.0. The next one that we want to look at is King of Wall Street, the 6. Okay, the 6, King of Wall Street, superbly bred once again by Dundeel out of the Fastnet Rockmare, Our Girl Raki. Last time out, won the Norman Robinson, breaking its maiden at Group 3 level on debut. Held sway over China Sea and Keeneland, both in here. Just got a feeling that Keeneland's a little bit better suited at Flemington, the pace scenario is going to suit Keeneland better. Yes, King of Wall Street's got a lot of upside, but I've just got Keeneland slightly in front of King of Wall Street, but they're both right in it up to their ears, and we need to be backing both of them. The next one that we want to be looking at, Tenbury Wells, 19.0, the 9. Tenbury Wells, once again, familiar bloodlines. By Fastnet Rock out of a Sarverville mare, Dowager Queen. She was top draw. The win that we put the writing on the wall was a 1600 win at Kembla 3 back over Lugano and Flying Chevrolet. Big margins. Went to Kembla and didn't really handle the heavy, but spaced War Ribbon that day by 3.3. Then dropped back to 1800, was one paced in the gloaming. Going to put a line through that run behind El Costello. Going on the Kembla win, margins out of that, scope for more to 2500. Tenbury Wells has El Costello covered. Breeding says the same. Not concerned about the 14 alley. Adaptable pace profile. I think it'll go back stalk. Midfield, slightly worse. Flash late. That's a third of them. The fourth of them, War Ribbon. Okay, as I said, comes through the same race as Tenbury Wells, back a hit on the heavy. War Ribbon. Very well bred by Calix out of a German-bred Montjou mare from a good German family. Plenty stoutness, bottom half. Only expecting it to hit peaks as it gets to 2,000 metres plus. We're seeing that. Battled on one pace behind Tenbury Wells, 2,000 metres heavy. Then came out, showed how tough it is. Next time out, 2,200. Made all, won by 3.8 at Newcastle. The form out of the race is good. The margins through the third horse home, justifiably very good. New peak expected here. I have a feeling it's got an adaptable pace profile. Doesn't need to lead, but will take up a position. Probably even get first run in the stretch and may prove hard to run down at a price. Needs to be included. And the other one that I said, West Indies, the 15, 125 to 1. Okay, West Indies, once again, very well bred by Fastnet Rock out of the Galileo mare Anchovy. Comes into this fourth career start. Broke its maiden second start, knocking off Bush Girl when it was on pace over 1400 at Kembla. Not really suited that day. Went to the Norman Robinson, one pace when trying to make all, trying to hold off King of Wall Street, trying to see in Keeneland. Look, it's very lightly raced. It's likely to come on again. Stretches out to 2,500, fourth career start. This race might come a bit too quick for it, but it's always been on the radar as a potential above average horse ever since his trial win back here at Warwick Farm. And we're going to be kicking ourselves if we let it go around 125 to 1. And it runs big and runs a drum at 20 to 1 the place. All right, so they're the 5 that we want to be revolving our betting around for the Victorian Derby. The 3, Keeneland, 11.0. The 6, King of Wall Street, 17.0. The 9, Tenbury Wells, 19.0. The 17, War Ribbon, 23.0. And the 15, West Indies, 126.0. You can back them all to 25% of the market, or combined odds of 4.0. Keeneland, that's a place angle all day, every day of the week at 3.10 as well. I think you have to nibble at West Indies at the place at 20.25. And don't forget, twfhorseracing.com. It's got everything you need for the Spring Carnival. And if you want the exotic in this race and the second leg of the quaddie, the way that I see it, on Saturday at Flemington, a quaddie that's going to pay anything, you need to go and join the premium package for Melbourne Cup. Get it done. This is another free preview by TWF. If you want more quality, you know where to find us. Thanks.